Ladies and gentlemen, the tension is truly rising between Mali and Algeria. The situation is becoming very serious. The situation is worsening between Mali and Algeria. And what is very, very surprising is what is very surprising. What is very, very surprising is to see the recent attitude of the two other AES countries. We do not really know what the reason for this attitude is, but we have some clues regarding this attitude that we will discuss shortly. But the situation is becoming very, very complicated. The situation is worsening at the pace we are currently going. This risks leading to a direct confrontation in the coming days, without half measures, between Mali and Algeria. You are well aware that for a few days now, Algeria has shot down a Malian drone, a Turkish-made drone, that the Malians are using to fight against the terrorists. This fight initiated against the terrorists is starting to bear fruit. And clearly, visibly, Algeria does not want this. Yes. The proof is that today, Algeria is diverting the tension from Mali and the AES in the fight against the terrorists to redirect it against Algeria. Since now, there are almost no more terrorists, Algeria wants to confront Mali directly. And unfortunately, this is the situation we find ourselves in. There you have it. The drone was shot down. Look closely at this image here. When you look at this image, it's a video that was posted where clear explanations are given. It's the image of the drone, it's image 1 and image 2 of the drone that was shot down. When you look a bit higher up, from there, that's Algeria, right up there. And over there, it's northern Mali. Around here, it's northern Mali. So you can see from there the boundary, the border between Algeria and Mali. The drone was above Tensawati in northern Mali. So this part where we had infiltrators who came in to cause all sorts of damage, it was over this area that the drone was flying. The drone was shot down there and descended a bit later, falling on the other side. The Malian authorities provided the exact figures of where the drone was before we lost its signal. And obviously, it was confirmed to be true. That's where the drone was located. So it's an unprecedented provocation that Algeria had to deal with. Algeria engaged in an unprecedented provocation against Mali. So as you can clearly see on the map what's happening, the ambassadors have been recalled. Mali has recalled its ambassadors. First, I believe it's Algeria. In any case, on both sides, the various ambassadors have been recalled. When we consider the AES states, we have Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger. Burkina Faso and Niger have also recalled their ambassador for consultation. So, a solidarity measure. Now, what is very surprising at the moment is that Algeria was the first to close its airspace to Mali. Mali also did the same. Mali has closed its airspace. But for the moment, I emphasize for now, Burkina Faso and Niger have not yet closed their airspace, which means that flights from Algeria simply bypass. I will see how to show you the map. It simply bypasses. As you can already see, there you go. It simply bypasses Mali, passing through Niger and Burkina Faso to continue its route. So, the closure of the airspace elsewhere. Malian, it doesn't affect anything. It costs nothing. To the flights from Algeria, I said it's just, there you go. It doesn't do anything, even Algeria, but it doesn't matter in the closure of the Malian airspace. If the other two states, I believe of course that the Burkina and Niger are considering it, since these are administrative decisions, which can have a very serious economic impact. There you go. So, They are currently thinking about what needs to be done, certainly. But if the other two close their airspace, then it would be very, very complicated for Algeria. It is from that point that Algeria would really feel the weight of the closure of the Malian airspace in front of Algeria. And so in any case, quite rightly, we ask the question, why, until now, are the other two delaying in not yet closing their airspace? Unless it was done before I started the video conference, but we asked the question, what is happening? There you go. And so it's the AES. A country is being attacked by another country. Solidarity measures. This would allow the problem to be resolved quickly. So, what needs to be added? Dear ladies and gentlemen, first, I ask you to share this video conference. Share it as much as possible in support of Mali. Share the video conference. For Algeria, it has become nonsense. And if, until now, Burkina Faso and Niger have not yet closed their airspace to Algeria, and it seems, I won't say the word, but we are waiting to see. There you go. Since these are administrative measures, wanting to anticipate certain words, it would be like rushing. And yet, these three countries are inseparable. And these three countries are used to taking common measures. So, there's no need to rush to think differently or etc. etc. These countries know exactly what they are doing. Yes, since it can be a collective decision. If Mali is to miss out on an amount in its economy due to the closure of Algerian airspace, then if the other two keep their airspace open, the money that comes in there, the three countries can use it. So one must be very smart. It could be one of those measures, we really don't know. Now, the other thing is that Mali has started deploying military forces at its border. It should be noted that this is in the Tensawatin area, the area of the three borders. Mali has started sending troops. So, Algeria saw that. Algeria also deployed troops. All the images are available. Algeria also deployed troops. On Algeria's side, they are preparing for confrontation. On Mali's side, they are preparing for confrontation. The worst part is that until now, everyone knows that Algeria is wrong. But the international community remains stunned. No condemnation so far regarding Algeria. The African Union has not condemned Algeria. The ACDA has not condemned Algeria. The UN has not condemned Algeria. No institution. But it is ECOWAS that has just issued a famous statement calling for dialogue between Algeria and Mali. So, before going to dialogue, responsibilities must be established. The one at fault, Algeria, is at fault. Algeria must be told that it is wrong, that it should stop its provocation. And then they can proceed to dialogue. But can a wound be healed without cleaning it? It's impossible. And so, ladies and gentlemen, here is the situation we find ourselves in with regard to these two states. We hope that peace returns as quickly as possible. We will continue to follow this news. Everything that results from it, we will come back to discuss here on the Tribune of Awakening Consciences. Thank you all. I will be back shortly with new updates. This was the voice of your one and only samurai,